Once a schoolyard craze, now six-figure investments.
Retail traders have increasingly taken an interest in diversified assets as they try to find new, unique ways to make money. And no, we're not talking about cryptocurrencies.
Shoppers at a Brookfield Target were forced to run and hide after a fight this morning in the parking lot.
Police say it all started with a disagreement over trading cards.
Some of the most valued cards now fetch millions, while others offer better returns than some major stock indices.
What's behind the card comeback?
For decades, stocks, bonds, and foreign exchange have been the predominant investment vehicle for investors, largely because they have been the most transparent and liquid. Alternative assets, such as real estate and venture capital, can offer high yields and uncorrelated returns against the stock market. But they're not as broadly accessible to the general public, as they're more opaque and illiquid. Sports cards have been even less accepted as a mainstream investment vehicle, despite the fact that they have proven time and time again to be a store of value and generate uncorrelated returns against the broader public markets. Since the financial crisis in 2008, there has been a steady rise in exotic investments, those that break away from traditional assets. And since the pandemic started, they have literally exploded. From NFTs to sneakers, investors are turning collectibles into cash. I mean serious cash. And the latest must-have asset for investors is trading cards. Trading cards are currently trading hands for millions of dollars and could be worth much more. Those free-inch pieces of cards that you may have collected as a child could be worth a small fortune. So should you dig out your old trading cards or consider building a new collection? Let's find out. Welcome to Financial Interest, where you will learn everything you need to know about money and investing. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. The original trade cards were advertising cards that were packaged with cigarettes for the purpose of stiffening the packaging. People would often trade with each other to obtain a complete set, hence the origin of the name. And this is how the concept of collecting cards was born. In the 1930s, companies began to print biographies on baseball cards, and they came with packs of bubble gum. In 1952, Topps began producing the trading cards as we know today. The original set, which contains the rookie card of Mickey Mantle, is among the most valuable of all time. In the 1980s, sports cards started being viewed as valuable collectible items. The monetary worth of early cards, many of which have been tossed away by mothers of college kids or have been forgotten in the pockets of jeans and been washed away, began to increase. As trading cards collecting experienced a surge in popularity, companies produced more cards to meet the demand. As people began to regret the loss of their now valuable childhood cards, more people started saving their collections in the hope of seeing an increase in value. The overproduction of cards, paired with an interest in preserving them, led to most cards from the 1980s and 1990s being pretty much worthless today. Companies learned from their mistakes, and today they control the volume of cards produced to create a sense of scarcity and drive up the value. The 1990s saw the introduction of something entirely new, the trading card game. In 1993, the Wizard of the Coast released the first and most enduring trading card game, Magic: The Gathering. Also born in the 90s was the beloved Pokemon cards. The popularity of Pokemon cards has soared in recent years, and they are currently the most in-demand trading cards out there. Spending on sports cards began to increase again after the 2008 financial crisis, as people looked for alternative places to invest their money. The scarcity and popularity of a few trading cards is one thing, but the sudden popularity of trading cards as an alternative investment is something else entirely. Like many things in our lives as of late, the pandemic is to blame for the trading card renaissance. It's a simple two-step cause and effect. First of all, the pandemic pressed pause on live sports. Without access to live games, fans resorted to nostalgia instead, raiding their basements for their long-neglected cards. And secondly, the pandemic trapped everyone at home, only to rely on streaming services for entertainment. It was a convenient timing for nostalgic sports fans, who had The Last Dance, a documentary about Michael Jordan, queued up on ESPN while starving for live sports. The next thing you know, sports fans launched an unprecedented interest in trading cards, complete with celebrity endorsement and Wall Street money. Trading cards have the most value when they're officially graded, or ranked on their condition, with 1 being poor and 10 being gem mint. The most popular grading services are provided by Beckett and PSA. During the lockdown, there were millions of more submissions for grading services than usual. The increased demand led PSA to temporarily hike up its prices to keep things under control. The huge interest in collecting Pokemon cards has caused many stores to run out of them. Target and Walmart have stopped carrying the cards for a while, after a fight erupted in the parking lot over Pokemon cards. Another driver of interest in collectibles is the live streaming of case breaking. The trend sometimes involves celebrities live streaming the opening up of a box of cards. The most famous one being Logan Paul's Pokemon unboxing, with 2 live streams totaling over 20 million views on YouTube. Also growing in popularity is the emergence of trading card influencers. YouTubers such as Leon Hart, Pokerev, and Randolph Pokemon are posting videos of them opening packs of Pokemon cards and sharing their finds with their followers. Collectors seem to enjoy the thrill of seeing what an unopened pack of cards has inside. Celebrities are also in on the action, eager to capitalize on the booming market. High-profile investors that include Mark Cuban, actor Mark Wahlberg, and athletes like Kevin Durant and Dwayne Wade have recently invested in Golden Auctions, an existing online auction house specializing in trading cards and other sports memorabilia, which recently raised $40 million. When it comes to buying and selling trading cards, eBay is the top destination. Their 2021 State of Trading Cards report gives us a good overview of the sector. The sales of trading cards have increased by 142% in 2020. During a year where most people were confined to their homes, more than 4 million trading cards were sold compared to 2019. Pokemon cards saw a huge increase in sale, increased by 574% from 2019 to 2020. Anyone who remembers collecting cards will also remember the highly desired Charizard card. Back then, owning the shiny card would have made you very popular at school. Owning one now could buy you a house today. In 2020, an ultra-rare, mint-condition Charizard was sold for $350,000. The seller bought the card in 2009 for $700. That's an increase in value of nearly 50,000% in just over a decade. Dallas Mavericks star Luka Doncic set a record in February last year, but it wasn't for his moves on the court. Instead, his autographed NBA rookie trading card was sold for $4.6 million, making it the most expensive basketball card ever sold. Just a month prior, a 1952 Mickey Mantle card became the highest-selling sports cards ever at $5.2 million. In April, a Tom Brady rookie card sold for just over $2.25 million, a record sale for an NFL trading card. Just weeks later, an ultra-rare rookie card of NBA megastar LeBron James sold for $5.2 million, breaking Luka's record and tying with Mickey Mantle. As of October, a whopping 13 sports cards had been sold for over $1 million. The current pack leader Honus Wagner card sold for $6.6 million. Many of these cards turned a multi-million-dollar profit for the sellers who had purchased them several years ago. The industry tracker Market Decipher estimates the collectible market will expand to $522 billion by 2028, from the $370 billion today. According to Merit Hummer, a partner at Bain Capital Ventures, there are 3 main factors driving the interest in trading cards. Firstly, we have significant excess capital from government stimulus programs, some of which is deployed as an investment capital into collectibles and other asset classes. Secondly, the pandemic-induced boredom is driving people onto their phones for entertainment. And lastly, a surge for yield is driving people to invest in more speculative asset classes that generate attractive investment returns. The reason why trading cards are selling for such large sums of money is pretty straightforward. It's simple supply and demand. Right now, these collector items are in high demand, but the supply is limited. There may only be 100 or so of a particular card in the world. And add the state of the card into the mix, and finding one in mint condition reduces that number even further. Tom Brady might be one of the most valuable athletes of all time, but that doesn't mean that every card of his would go for a top dollar. A rookie Brady card was sold for $3 million in June 2021, but you can also find a Brady card on eBay selling for $5. So what sets valuable cards apart from the rest? There are 5 important factors to watch out for, which are condition, rarity, rookie cards, brand, special features, and eye appeal. Trading cards are graded according to a 10-point scale. Mint condition cards with PSA 9 or 10 will pull in the most cash, but they will also cost you a pretty penny to grade them. You can also buy a non-graded card you believe to be in mint condition. and pay to get it graded by one of the authenticators, which will likely increase its value. If you have taken Economics 101, you know the law of supply and demand. If a sports card is popular and rare, either because it's old or production was limited, it will go for a top dollar. On the other hand, if the card was over-manufactured, it will probably not be worth as much no matter how popular the person on the card is. Rookie cards are the holy grail of sports cards collecting, and have been for a long time. Just because a card says rookie on it doesn't mean it's a rookie card. Often a rookie card will be from a player's rookie season. You will have to pay more for a player's rookie card though. So another strategy for finding undervalued cards is to go for the player's first or second season, but not their rookie card. The three big brands when it comes to trading cards are Topps, Panini, and Upper Deck. Topps has been around the longest and dominates the older classic sports, as well as current basketball cards. Panini takes the cake in many other sports, particularly football, basketball, and soccer. While Panini's baseball and hockey cards are unlicensed, they can also bring in some serious dough. Finally, Upper Deck is the go-to for hockey cards. Some cards include bonus features like autographs or pieces of the game-worn jersey. These extras will often increase the value of the card. Other features that increase the eye appeal of the card, from parallel colors that match the player's jersey to holograms, can also improve value. It's not just physical cards. In February last year, a highlight clip known as Moment showing a LeBron James dunk was sold for more than $200,000. The sports card trading boom has officially extended to the virtual world. Even though the moments can be found online for free, collectors are still lining up to shell out hundreds or even thousands of dollars for the bragging rights to officially own a unique limited run moment that has been licensed by Dapper Labs and the platform's partner, the NBA itself. More than $280 million has been spent on the NBA's Top Shot platform since the launch online in October. There are plenty of skeptics who believe the high prices and massive demand for Top Shot moments are bound to fall back to earth. Even Mark Cuban believes that prices will settle down for NFTs like Top Shot moments over time. But he is convinced that the interest in the blockchain technology behind them is legitimate and is not going anywhere. Investing in sports memorabilia is highly speculative, which means that there's a substantial risk involved. Sports cards might be riding the wave of an upward trend, but that wave could come crashing down. That said, that risk can also lead to mind-blowing rewards, even in the millions. There are generally three types of people who are interested in trading cards. There are flippers who are in it for the money. They might invest in an unopened pack of cards and then sell it online for a huge markup. There are also investors who are interested in purchasing cards whose value will appreciate over time. And finally, there are collectors who simply love to collect trading cards and enjoy the nostalgia and the feeling of accomplishment that collecting brings. So how do you get in on the action without risking it all? First thing you have to decide is whether you're looking to flip trading cards for a profit or invest in them as a long-term investment strategy. For more on the difference between short-term trading and long-term investing, check out our previous video. Both strategies have their pros and cons, and the choice you'll make will determine what kind of cards you'll want to look for. If you're looking for a long-term investment, you should be going for the classic cards. These blue chip cards are like blue chip stocks. They're well established and have already shown to hold value over long periods of time, such as your mint condition LeBron James or Babe Ruth. When you invest in these kinds of cards, you're taking on less risk. But your profit margins are also likely to be smaller because you're already spending a hefty sum to purchase them in the first place. That said, they tend to go up in value over time, sometimes even more than the S&P 500, and they can help you diversify your portfolio and protect you against market volatility. By the end of 2018, according to Epstein white paper, the sports memorabilia market was outperforming the S&P 500 by 232%, and since then the outperformance is over 1000%. If you're after a quick buck, you might be looking for a smaller initial investment, but you'll be taking on more risk. When you want to flip a card for a short-term return on investment, you are looking mostly for up-and-coming cards you believe are currently undervalued and will skyrocket with time. These are often first or second year cards of athletes that have a promising career. But how do you find those undervalued cards? To find cards that will go up in value, you need to be able to predict two things. Firstly, which player will actually have a successful career in their respective sport? And secondly, which cards and card sets from those players will go up in value? Being able to predict a player's market value mostly comes down to your knowledge of the sport and how closely you follow the player. You probably can't become an expert on everything, so it makes sense to focus on your favorite sport and players. If you watch basketball more than baseball, focus on NBA cards. Keep in mind that the popularity of your chosen sport will impact the value of your cards. The latest reports indicate that football and basketball cards are increasing in value, while soccer and hockey cards are losing. From there, choose a handful of key players and follow them closely and analyze their statistics. Both team and individual accomplishments such as MVP and other major trophies, championship wins, world records, and Hall of Fame inductions go a long way in increasing the value of the player's trading cards. If you can successfully predict that an up-and-coming player is on track to receive some serious trophies and buy their best cards before that happens, your chances of turning a big profit is pretty high. This was the second video of our series called Flippable Side Hustles, where we analyze the investment opportunity in the alternative investment space. Please let us know in the comments which other side hustle investment opportunities you would want us to cover next. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you already have not done that. I would love to hear your feedback, good or bad, down in the comments below, as well as any other suggestions you have for future videos. I hope you learned something interesting today about money and investing, and I'll see you next week.